students. Today we are going to see module number 3, hydrogen energy. In this video lecture, we are going to see the benefits of hydrogen energy, use of hydrogen energy, applications of hydrogen energy, advantages and disadvantages, and production of hydrogen energy and storage of hydrogen energy, and the problems associated with the hydrogen energy production. These are the things we are going to see in the chapter 1, hydrogen energy. So hydrogen in the sense it is a simplest element, and an atom of an hydrogen consists of only one proton and one electron. So it is very simple. And the hydrogen is available in universe. Nearly 85% of energy will be available in the universe. Hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen. These are all the three basic elements are available. More abundant energy, enormous energy is available in the earth or in the universe. So hydrogen, which will not occur naturally as like a gas on the earth, it is always combined with other elements. So we used to say that hydrogen is a secondary source, it is not a primary source. So with the help of hydrogen we cannot directly generate any resources or any energy cannot be generated. But where hydrogen is used as a carrier for the energy in order to generate the electricity or in order to generate some kind of energy for the fuel for the vehicles. So water is nothing but H2O. It is a very good example. It is the combination of hydrogen and oxygen. So hydrogen, for example, if we take water is an example, it is the combination. Water is nothing but H2O. H2O in the sense it is the combination of hydrogen and oxygen. It is also available in hydrocarbons, which is used as a fuels. Hydrogen can be separated. It can be separated from hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbon is nothing but it's a fossil fuels. Through the application of heat is known as reforming. That means the hydrocarbons subjected to the heat in order to produce the hydrogen, that is called as reforming. If a steam is used, the water is converted into steam and the steam is used for the production of hydrogen in the sense, then it is called as steam reforming method. Another method is called as electrolysis method. In that method also we can produce the hydrogen. Okay, so another method of hydrogen production is known as electrolysis of water. In the electrolysis of water, the water components, that is oxygen and hydrogen, will be separated when the water is subjected to the sunlight as an energy source. Then due to the heat, the water is converted into hydrogen and oxygen. That is nothing but electrolysis process. So here the nuclear, that is we used to say that fuel cells are used for the conversion of chemical energy into electrical energy. So hydrogen can be thought of usable form next to the electrical energy in future. 2050, that is 2050, hydrogen plays a very vital role as a carrier for any kind of renewable energy resources, especially solar. Along with the solar we can use the hydrogen. Hydrogen can be used as a fuel. Hydrogen can be used as a energy for the electricity. Hydrogen can be used for many applications of source of energy. But the thing is, Transportation of hydrogen, distribution of hydrogen and utilization of hydrogen is very difficult one, because hydrogen will be either it is in the gaseous state or it is in the liquid state. If it is in the liquid state or in the semi solid, that is nothing but metallite side, it is depositing the metal and we are keeping as a solid state. Transportation doesn't make any much difference. But while talking about the gaseous state, transportation is very risky one. Suppose any leakage happens, in the sense it is explodable. It is uh, it is flammable one. So it is easily affect the places. So hydrogen as an energy vector, which is the most interesting element of the future energy system. The hydrogen is a clean burning fuel that can be produced in virtually unlimited quantities at a cheap cost. It is readily converted into electricity when needed, either through mechanical energy or directly through electrochemical fuel cells. It is an excellent medium for storing the peak power. Another advantage of the hydrogen is nothing but as a fuel. It is a industrial raw material for ammonia synthesis, and it is used for petroleum reforming, fat hardening system, and a number of chemical industrial applications this hydrogen is used. And the most promising method for producing the hydrogen is nothing but one method which produce at the lowest cost is nothing but electrolysis process, where in that electrolysis process the two electrodes are used, anode and cathode, and water is kept in the turbine, and electricity will be passed through this water. In the sense, this electricity will use it to separate the hydrogen in the water component. So hydrogen will be deposited over the cathode and oxygen will be deposited over the anode, and pure hydrogen will be obtained. By using this method, 75% of the hydrogen will be produced. This is the very cheapest, lowest cost of the hydrogen products. So hydrogen can be obtained by using fossil fuels and other kind of resources. In particular, we can say that electrolysis of water by electric current generated by the solar thermal plant, thermochemical decomposition of the water using the solar thermal energy, direct photocatalytic decomposition, electrolysis of the water for the electric current. Next, we are going to discuss about the benefits of the hydrogen. What are the benefits of the hydrogen energy? There are three basic benefits of the hydrogen. One is nothing but use of hydrogen. The use of hydrogen greatly reduces the pollution. That means when the hydrogen is combined with oxygen in a fuel cell, energy in the form of electricity is produced. This electricity can be used to power the vehicles. Nowadays, e-vehicle is very famous. So e-vehicles, there also we can use this hydrogen energy as a supporting energy, as a heat source. The advantage of using the hydrogen as an energy carrier, when it combines with oxygen, we will get the byproducts are water and heat. So use of hydrogen is greatly reduces the pollution. This is the major benefit. Second benefit is hydrogen can be produced locally from the numerous resources, such as it can be produced from the fossil fuels such as methane, gasoline, biomass, coal or water. Each of the sources brings with a different amount of pollution, technical challenges and energy requirements, but when it using the water other than the fossil fuels, the pollution is very less. Third one is a sustainable production if the hydrogen is produced from the electrolysis of water method. That is nothing but electrolysis process. So electrolysis is a method of separating the water into hydrogen and oxygen by passing the electric current through the furnace that is in the basin. So renewable energy which is used to power the electrolysis in order to produce the hydrogen from the water. Using this renewable energy which will provide the sustainable system that is independent of petroleum products. That means we are not depending upon the fossil fuels. And it is a non-polluting in nature. We are using solar system for heating the water, or we are using the kind of device which converts the chemical energy into electrical energy. Some of the renewable energy resources which is used to power electrolysis are wind will be used, hydroelectric power will be used, solar and tidal energy resources are also used. After the hydrogen is produced from the electrolyzer, it can be used as a fuel cell in order to produce the electricity. The byproducts of the fuel process are water and heat, thermal. If the fuel cells operate at a high temperature, the system can be set as a co-generator and with waste energy for heating. Next one is the applications of the hydrogen energy. Three ways the application can be classified. One is nothing but the hydrogen can be used. The hydrogen and the fuel cells have the wide range of applications. For anytime, anywhere we can use it in three categories. One is nothing but home sector, work sector and transport and industrial sectors. Home sectors in the sense the fuel cells are ideal for the residential zones. They are virtually silent with no moving parts. That means there is no any prime mover or any generator for produce the electrical power or electricity. We are using only fuel cells, which is very ideal for residential zone. So it will provide the power 24/7 with reliable power source, and we are using the fuel cell with large enough to power the entire home. Full home will be powered with the help of fuel cells. But based upon the size, how much energy we are utilizing, how much energy we are generating, based upon the size of this traditional AC unit, the size will be varying. The fuel cells are already powered thousands of homes in Japan and are beginning to power the similarly in the United States, and now it is introduced in India also. Especially hydrogens are as a solar cell we can use to power backup for the laptops and for the home applications. At work sectors, in the sense the fuel cells can be produced in stacks which is large enough to power the large office buildings which occupy only the area of coupling parking spaces. And fuel cells are the great fit in the situation where they require noiseless, environmentally friendly and efficient way of producing the electricity. They were and all we can go with this fuel cells. So distributed power from the fuel cells which is not rely on the transmission lines, which eliminates the need for the backup for the power generators. Third application is nothing but transport and industrial applications. So fuel cells are just like a mobile as a human beings. The fuel cells can power the cars. That means that operate the car, operate the buses, operate the airplanes, cell phone, laptops and other kind of electronics applications. It is when compared to the normal battery, it is 10 times greater than the normal battery for the single charge. If you charge for one vehicle for one time charge, the vehicle can go up to 450 kilometers. Similar way, the fuel cells can keep powered no matter where the load takes place in the transport vehicles. So hydrogen is an ideal replacement for the fossil fuels such as coal, oil, natural gas, and internal combustion engines, turbines, and jet engines. Today, environmental pressure are concentrating on the hydrogen and developing more. We are putting more efforts to utilize the hydrogen as an alternative fuel in order to power the our mobility and transportation needs. In electrified vehicles, it is used to run the fuel cells that convert the hydrogen efficiently back to the electricity. And we can go with this hydrogen as a spectrum of fuel, so which is replace the conventional power generators such as combustion engine, even large batteries which is used in cars, buses, forklift trucks, submarines, and backup and the power plants.